we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 44. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first two possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Here you go, right here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. That's underneath to Pierce, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Go.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
The throw over the middle taken in, and able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. On first down, it's Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Tannehill. Touchdown! Brevin Jordan. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 75 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From his goal line here, Tannehill. This ball caught by Mechie, and he'll be out right at the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Pierce now up the middle, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill. And incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Off play action, Tannehill rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. David Montgomery, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 68 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On 1st down, Tannehill. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, Tannehill. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Troy Anderson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He completes it to Ridley. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff for Pierce. The solid stiff arm. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tannehill on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
Down right around the 25. Richie Grant in on the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll roll him out right. And this one too low.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Going for it with Pierce. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right? They just picked up a 1st down, right? He won the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Tannehill.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And diving to try to get the first down. He's going to be a little bit shy of the marker.
Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill
delivers another one to Pierce. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now it's Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
8 yards to go on second down.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Back to throw.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Marcus Jones picks it, and the Texans are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. The Texans on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. On first down, it's Tannehill. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defense is talking about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down.
On third down, here's Pierce.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And that'll keep this a one-point game. So a chance there goes by the wayside. That one just didn't have enough leg to get there.
Yeah, and it would have given him a lead here in the fourth quarter. And those are the ones that keep you up at night when you don't have enough distance. I wonder if maybe did his foot hit the ground first? Did he not get enough of the ball? He's going to be thinking about that one.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They certainly caught a big break with that missed field goal. Instead of trailing, they hold on to that slim lead, and now we'll see how they play this critical fourth quarter possession.
Here's a 2nd and 7. His throw incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way has made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Hand off right side to Pierce. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. That's caught by Howard.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. Here's Pierce on the counter.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Another carry, and he loses the football a second time.
And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Here we go. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and disaster strikes here. This is going to be a safety in the final minute, and the defense may have just won this ball game. So what a crazy sequence of events right there. It ends up a safety, and that almost certainly is going to turn a W into a big L.
And a brutal L, too. Just when you think you've seen everything in this game, man. Here's the safety in the final minute.
Oh, and disaster strikes here. This is going to be a safety in the final minute, and the defense may have just won this ball game.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
A big mistake there. You just got the lead, fourth quarter, and now they start at the 40.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, and disaster strikes here. This is going to be a safety in the final minute, and the defense may have just won this ball game.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck